Workers flown here specifically to help with Auckland's construction boom have barely picked up their tools.
They arrived more than 3 months ago, but some have only been given 2 days' work in that time. Instead of building houses, they've been going fishing. Michael Mora has been investigating and is with us now.
Yes, as you know, New Zealand is desperately in need of more construction workers. Over the next 5 years, the government's estimated we'll need as many as 56,000 extra workers, which makes it all the more bewildering that we've come across qualified construction workers sitting idle. I've spoken to 16 Filipino workers who say it's been a waste of time coming to New Zealand because they're just not being put to work. They are carpenters, welders and steel fixers brought here by one of the country's biggest labour hire firms, AWF. And what's more worrying is that News Hub's discovered the contracts those workers are here on are illegal. It's a weekday afternoon and these 16 Filipino construction workers should be hard at work. Instead, they are hanging around their home playing guitar and eating fried chicken.
I have experienced 2 days of working within 3 months of staying here in New Zealand.
I've been here for more than 3 months and I only work for 2 days.
And this worker, a steel fixer, hasn't picked up his tools once since arriving in late January.
I did not work even in the job site.
You have not worked at all?
Yeah.
They are here to build Kiwi homes and medium to large-scale commercial buildings in Auckland. But the company that brought them in says getting them into work depends on timing and what projects are available.
We have to understand that it is based upon the needs of projects and the needs of our clients.
Despite not working, the men are still being paid 30 hours a week, the minimum pay as outlined in their contract.
For me, it's a waste of time here.
After paying rent on their house, loan repayments on their vehicles and rent on the tools some have never used, there's little or nothing left after payday.
We live nothing. We can't even send money in the Philippines.
That's the problem.
That's the great problem.
We feel that we're being used by this company. Please, if you don't have enough job for us, let us go.
Lack of money means a rotten reel on the wharf is often the cheapest way to get a feed.
So sometimes, if we want to save, we go fishing.
What's worse is that when they arrived, many ended up crammed into this 4-bedroom house.
All of us was staying there.
How many exactly were staying there?
I think 24, exactly 24.
And what was that like?
Oh, it's like a cell, a prison cell.
But AWF says it's not responsible for housing its workers. That's the job of another company.
Doesn't sound ideal for anybody, whether I brought them in or whether they are somebody local to be in an overcrowded house.
So what's your reaction to that, to know that these workers have been in that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, you're saying that that's the case. I know nothing of that.
We checked with Auckland Council, which confirmed they had complaints about overcrowding at the address and had to take action. But it's an addendum to their employment contracts, which is perhaps the most worrying issue. It states that they can be terminated for engaging in trade union activities, and that's illegal.
It is actually illegal, and we are very concerned about this. Not only with AWF, we are also concerned about how come Immigration New Zealand allowed this to happen.
Our employment law states that that is in fact illegal, what you have in that contract. The document is signed by one of AWF's own staff members, as well as the employee. Does that concern you?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think that if you let me read it.
We were then asked to stop recording so the CEO could review the document. We then continued. Would there be any reason why AWF would stipulate that workers are not to contact or engage with union activities?
No.
Is this something as CEO that you want to investigate
Yeah,
further?
absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Look, I'm surprised. I mean, that was why I was really happy to talk to you, because we've had such a good experience with migrant labour as we have with local labour.
After that interview, Simon Bennett called me back to say the document is not part of any offer his company makes to overseas workers. That's despite it being on AWF letterhead and having an AWF manager's signature on it. So how many people could be affected by the illegal document? Bennett says he doesn't know, but that this year he brought in 99 Filipino workers. Michael Morrow, News Hub.